Welcome back. It's time for another Trinity video. We're getting you ready to meditate with us Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. Our energy this week is the energy of abundance, which is a always popular fan favorite. Everybody loves abundance. Unfortunately, we have a lot of problems around abundance that we need to address before I can give you any sort of advice on that topic. The first and foremost problem is that abundance is about what you have, but we always think of it in terms of what you do not have. In fact, you probably don't even have the word abundance come to mind without instantly thinking of things you need, things you don't have, situations where more money or more time or more energy would be needed to handle this problem. And that's what we think of when we call on the energy of abundance. We're thinking of it as an antidote for all of our lack. And sadly, you can't experience abundance from a place of, what am I missing? Because abundance is very tied up with a universal law called the law of attraction. This is out there in the popular culture. There's a thing called The Secret. If you look it up, it's basically the law of attraction. It's talked about on YouTube and stuff like that. Everybody kind of knows this idea that you manifest, you draw to you things which match your energy field. That is to say, I have to think of myself as joyful before I draw joyful people and situations to me. If I'm thinking, oh, I'm just so sad and depressed, I need some joy, I'm not going to attract it because I'm saying I'm not that thing now. So of course I can't attract it. This is pretty much how abundance works. It's basically just the energy that powers the law of attraction. It's all about what you have. If you love what you have, you will get more of it. If you are disappointed with what you have and hope that abundance will come along and fix all of that, you're going to be sadly disappointed. It does not work that way. So, that said, I have a little trick that I discovered quite by accident many years ago. I was in my 20s and I had a foot injury. And being a martial artist, I know all sorts of things to strengthen the muscles in the foot. So one of the things that I was doing was a side kick. And let me show you. Let me back up a little bit. Hopefully you can see my feet. Got my shoes off. A side kick, at least the way I was taught to do it, snaps out so that the edge of your foot is the surface that makes contact with your target. To make that happen, you have to tuck your toes down and lift your big toe up, like that. Toes go down, big toe goes up. So I was doing that over and over and over again. 20 minutes every morning. And I thought my ankle's getting better, but I also noticed, hey, I've got more abundance. I was having more people call for appointments. I was having more money left over at the end of the month. It didn't seem like there was any fewer bills. I had more energy. I was experiencing abundance. And for the longest time I thought, oh, it's because of all that sidekick stuff I was doing, because that's the only thing that had changed. Well, long story short, it is not about the sidekick. I think the sidekick is a wonderful self-defense tool, and if you want to go home and practice it, that would be great. You just snap that foot out, make contact with the person's knee. It's hard to defend. It stops them short. It can hyperextend that knee. All sorts of good things. But that's not the secret, unfortunately. As I finally figured out, the secret was that I was taking my shoes off. For 20 minutes every morning I was taking my shoes off and I was doing something. I was putting energy into my feet and I was walking around on the rug and on the tile and going outside on the porch to fetch the paper. I was experiencing all these new different surfaces under my feet, and it wormed its way into my subconscious. I was starting to feel, yeah, I create new and pleasant experiences all the time. Now you can say that to yourself, and a lot of personal growth these days is people just mentally psyching themselves up. I am abundant. I create what I need. I am abundant. I create what I need. You can say that a million times. It's probably not going to change your subconscious belief that you still have problems that need to be fixed, because we're just trained. We're just trained to look at what's not there. That's the big thing. What's not in my life? What can I do about it? So we're constantly focused on lack. It's no surprise we don't have a lot of abundance. Just chanting a few times, I do have abundance, I can create what I need, that's probably not going to change the many millions of times you have subconsciously said, what am I missing? What needs to be fixed? So you need to get under the radar. You need to start reprogramming that subconscious with more than just a couple of minutes of verbally stating that you already are that thing. You need to start feeling that you are that thing on a very physical level. And this is the way to do it. Take your shoes off, do a little exercise. Maybe some burpees, maybe some jumping jacks, maybe a little yoga. Maybe you want to start practicing that side kick. Snap it out. Imagine that person's knee there. It doesn't matter what you do. It just matters that you get some energy moving while your feet are bare and you're starting to have this experience of touching all these different surfaces. The carpet, the tile, the linoleum. You're moving from room to room. Your feet are constantly feeling this pleasurable sensation of touching the earth and having energy run through them. And on a subconscious level, you start feeling, yes, I'm powerful. I create pleasant sensations all the time. I can create new things. Much more powerful than just saying, I can create what I need. Your mind thinks that's powerful, but your subconscious has learned to ignore much of what you say, because much of what you say is, frankly, BS. We don't follow through on a lot of what we say, and our subconscious mind has learned to tune it out. But sensations, physical sensations, get in there and they change your subconscious. The more you do something active with bare feet, gripping the carpet, moving from side to side, changing your position, the more your subconscious begins to feel, yes, I can create these new sensations all the time. I am constantly in a different situation. I feel tile under my feet. I feel carpet under my feet. Now I'm pushing off to go backwards. Now I'm pushing off to go forwards. I'm lifting my weight up. I'm setting my weight down. You're constantly reprogramming your subconscious that you have the ability to create new and different things. That's where you have to get if you want abundance. If you think this stuff is interesting, you should stay tuned for more Trinity.